As many know it, Uganda and Rwanda have been at loggerheads since 2018, but this all started to take effect in March 2019 when the armies of Uganda and Rwanda had a bitter conflict at the border points. In May 2019, tensions rose after Uganda protested what it said was an incursion by Rwandan forces onto Ugandan territory, killing 2 civilians in the border town of Ruchiga. Rwanda refuted the claim, saying that it was pursuing a group of smugglers that had illegally crossed over to its side of the border. In February 2019, Rwanda did its border with Uganda after accusing Kampala of arbitrarily detaining and torturing Rwandan nationals and supporting rebels seeking to topple President Paul Kagame. These charges were denied by Uganda. The border was reopened briefly in early June but shut again a few weeks later. Rwanda would then issue a travel advisory warning to citizens not to travel to Uganda. Alarmed by the escalation, a coalition of 3 civil society organizations sued Uganda and Rwanda in the East African Court of Justice over the border closure and other acts of hostility on grounds that both countries were hurting ordinary citizens. In 2019, Ugandan President Yoweri Museveni and Rwandan President Paul Kagame exchanged threats laced with loaded cultural messaging, putting the 2 countries on a war footing. The prospect of war between Uganda and Rwanda at the moment seemed imminent, with worries tensions between Uganda and Rwanda affecting the stability of the Great Lakes region. Uganda has accused Rwanda of infiltrating its security services. Other brewing factors in the conflict also took place in June 2018 when General Kale Kayihura was sacked as Inspector General of Police in a major shakeup before he was arrested and put on trial along with other security leaders for illegally repatriating suspected Rwandan rebel elements to Kigali, even though the 2 countries do not have an extradition agreement. After Kayihura's arrest, Uganda expelled several Rwandans on allegations of espionage and carried out major reshuffles, worried about Rwanda's penetration in the security agencies. Regional leaders concerned by the escalating tensions then attempted to launch direct talks between Museveni and Kagame. Presidents Uhuru Kenyatta of Kenya, John Pombe Magufuli of Tanzania and Cyril Ramaphosa of South Africa all tried to bring the 2 together without success. Subsequent talks mediated by Angola and Congo appeared to fail to resolve the dispute, compelling Uganda to negotiate privately with Rwanda. However, after 3 years of back-to-back conflict and closure of the Uganda-Rwandan border, both countries had resolved to agree to reopen the border. However, after 3 years of back-to-back conflict and closure of the Uganda-Rwanda border, both countries finally resolved to agree to reopen the borders. The reopening announcement made on Friday came just weeks after the first son and command of land forces, Lieutenant General Muhoozi Kainerugaba, visited President Paul Kagame for a tete-a-tete over the weekend. Before General Muhoozi's visit to Kigali, President Kagame also had received Uganda's envoy to the United Nations, Ambassador Adonia Ayebare, who reportedly had a message from Ugandan President Yoweri Museveni. In a statement released by Rwanda, it revealed that the border will be reopened on Monday. It was also highlighted by Rwanda that the country is committed to the efforts to resolve the pending issues and will contribute positively to the speedy normalization of relations between the 2 countries. During the closure of the Uganda-Rwanda border, especially the busy points such as Gatuna or Katuna border, both countries have faced several challenges such as disruption of trade links in the region, but at the moment all seems now to be fading. Sohail Mugabe, CTV, PM Edition.
Bom dia.